It's a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play. Here we go. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
Let's get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They toss to Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll try again 2nd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the New England Patriots. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
20, 56, check 56. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction. And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, Michel. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Brady on the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
57 colors, 57 colors. 51's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Attack, attack. 51. Attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And Watson has it right side. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On the toss, here's Michelle. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're
takes it from the 9 to the 8. On play action, it's Brady. Rolling, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Yellow. 54. Ready? SOS. Attack. SOS.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Hey, let's go.
In your face.
15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right, T. Hey, switch gears.
Now a toss, left side, Michelle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterback very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past.
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes being chased out left. He's got the first down inside the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put the...
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. But you wanna be...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Keep playing hard. Here we go. Set. Put your money. Put your money. They can't hang with us.
A first down throw for Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Brissett. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Play fake, Brissett. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And that is going to wind up out of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Cousins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins, and he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
First down.
Cousins now from the 50. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. 22, check, cover. 22,
Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Get him. Shoot. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane. Doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight. Both teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Go. Go.
Here's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Anthony Walker coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 29 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cousins. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Let's go, Heavy.
On play action, Brissett looking deep here for Ebron. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Pierre Desir in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go And sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They run it again with Cook. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
53, Mike 53. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head scratch. You're there, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
You got him. You got him.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now Brissett. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
One receiver left is Hilton. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Here's Brissett. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Brissett sets to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check 24, check 24.
Cook on the toss left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins on target to Diggs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touch.